We'll start. So good to see everyone. This is going to be a very exciting session as usual, right? We have two new speakers, and one of them was the highlight in yesterday's weekly bliss. Lot of our clients wants to lose 1 kilo. They get extremely happy even if they lose 1 kilo. Just imagine someone who has lost 22 kilos. Oh, happy she and her family would be. And she got a wonderful chance. Priyamada, along with Sajjan, they got a wonderful, wonderful chance to speak in the Wednesday weekly bliss, right? And I'm sure they had a wonderful experience. Everyone who attended that session had a wonderful experience. Unfortunately, that session did not get recorded. So we don't have a, what do you call, a video of that recording. Otherwise, I would have quickly played it. But I want Priyamvada to share her experience, both her excitement of 22 kilos weight loss and also talking to all the entire Reshape Nation client base yesterday, the weekly bliss. Over to you, Priyamvada.
Thank you. Thank you, Joe and Priya, Arjun sir, for giving me such a nice opportunity to talk. Actually, yesterday was a very special day for me as I got chance to speak about my transformation on Reset Nation platform. Am I audible? Yes. So it was very special day for me. And initially I was a little bit nervous. मुझे समझ में नहीं आ रहा था. Many thoughts were coming out, like मैं क्या बोलूं, कैसे बोलूं. I was nervous, but when I started, I got comfortable. So it was nice talking about my transformation as I lost 22 kg healthy weight loss. It was, and all because of this Reset Nation program. I'm very thankful for this. And one thing I have learned from that, if initially if you are fearing, you have to take some action. If you will take some action, you will it will take if you will take some action, it will keep you help you in being confident. But if you won't start only, then you will never be comfortable. अगर आपने एक बार स्टेप ले लिया, you become comfortable. Initially you have to take a step. After that, growth begins when we take some first step despite our fears. That one important lesson I have learned: confidence doesn't come before action, it comes after taking action. If we keep waiting to become confident, we may never start, but once we step forward, our confidence naturally grows. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think Priyambada would be one of the first people ever to speak in the Reshape Nation stage, even before she spoke in our stage, right? We usually build up people from our stage. And so that's wonderful, Priyambada. I mean,
Thank you.
I don't know what to tell you, right? 122 kilos weight loss itself is life changing. Getting to speak on such a stage and that too doing it such a great way. I would have shivered. I mean, I could not speak in front of such a large crowd starting, right? Over a period of time, yes. So, and I know Sajjan, both of you are working very passionately to make sure whatever you have got in your life, the weight loss, the happiness, you want to pass it on to others. And I'm sure you will do that as well. For the first time she's speaking, let's all unmute and give a wonderful round of applause to Priyamada.
बहुत बढ़िया प्रेमदा, शाबाश.
I'm sure Arjun is also extremely happy. His name could not be taken as at the Reshape Nation stage. We don't take individual coaches' names, right? But here I want to call out Arjun, right? Because weight loss is obviously the client is extremely important. They have to show their discipline, but the coach also has a big role to play. So congrats, Arjun.
I got a wonderful coach. I'm thankful for that. But I was not happy that I couldn't take his name. I wanted to take, but it's okay.
No, Sajjan can also
I'm always
Sajjan,
thankful.
you pushed Premada. Sajjan support.
The funny thing is, I've heard this story that Sajjan had to force Arjun to help Priyamvada, right? I've heard that story. That Sajjan had to go behind Arjun saying that, please take Priyamvada into your weight loss program. Please take Priyamvada into your weight loss
Yeah,
program.
for the 1 year he was telling me to join.
See,
Near.
see that's a good thing about being a great coach, right? 1 year, one client is behind you. And even then, but great that you got a wonderful result. Great that you got wonderful coach. Congratulations to both of you. Great, guys. We'll move to the next topic. Next topic also is a first time speaker. We have Samir. Samir joined the business a month back. He's also on the weight loss program. It's not like he's heavy, but he wanted to try out the weight loss program on himself first, right? And
Yeah.
he's listening to a lot of audios. So he's going to share what are the few audios he has listened to in the last 1 week and what he has learned from it. Over to you, Samir.
Am I audible? First of all, it's a common IT thing which you say. That's why.
You're audible, yes, loud and clear.
Yeah. Thanks, Joe, for giving this opportunity. And this is my first kind of a session, which not a session, kind of just a talk on what I've learned, right, from the audios and books I've gone through. Not books, mainly audios. And in fact, one of the audio which I've heard is of Nirjara itself, right, which I want to kind of highlight over here. Because that's something which I've kind of captured my notes and want to kind of just that was on basically, obviously, all of you are kind of a trained health coaches who have been in this right for some time. But it is just maybe a few nuggets which you want to kind of keep rekindling, right? Because it's always good to go to your basics sometimes, maybe to kind of keep building up your journey, right? So one of the things which I would want to kind of talk about the new IBO roadmap, right? I think Nirjara took a wonderful session. I went through that entire audio, right? And since I've obviously, as Joe mentioned, I'm kind of going through this weight loss journey myself, and also kind of trying to kind of get into this entire health coaching aspect, right? Trying to build my own uh, health coaching skill, right? So one of the things which I kind of learned from Nirjara's IBO roadmap was, right, since we are all kind of busy in terms of kind of reaching out to people, everything, one of the things we keep on, first of all, the basics, right, from what I have been trying to inculcate is kind of listening to audios and books, right? Because more you kind of listen to audios and books, right, it's not necessary that every audio you might have that spark, right, which kind of which you kind of link yourself with, right? It might be some audios you feel, okay, yeah, I've been through it, right? It doesn't have to be that every audio kind of gives you the same spark, but obviously go through various audios because every audio has something to say, right? And what Nirjara mentioned, right, in it was something which we should all do. I don't, most of us may be doing it, is whenever you're going through audios and books, right, capture your learnings, right? Because it is very important, right? You go through so much of things, right? You're going through your jobs, you're listening to so much things, right? Things kind of come in and go out, right? Because you are in the midst of doing so much things, right? But when you kind of write something, right, it is for me also, it kind of hits your mind little better, rather than just listening to it, because sometimes you're listening to so much of motivational things, sometimes you kind of feel that it's a kind of repetition. But once you write it, right, and once you kind of do it on your own words, it kind of gives a very embedded knowledge, right, which you can kind of leverage whenever in your entire journey, right? Because you will meet different kind of new IBOs, right, who want to be in this business, and what kind of energizes them will only be based on different kind of audios which you listen to and the knowledge which you have captured, right? That you can kind of emit out in a better manner. So that's one thing which I kind of picked up. The other thing, while you're kind of going through different audio books, is also about, since you're in the health domain, right? We sincerely need to kind of enhance our health knowledge as well, right? Obviously, we are all in the part of this entire lovely journey, right, of healthy weight loss. But obviously, as you are obviously we are meeting so many different people, more you enhance your knowledge about health, right, basics, and also about the product knowledge, right? That's one thing which Nirjara mentioned, right? Different kinds of products which are there, right? Like she mentioned that she had a chance to go through the facility as well and have a look at the entire process, right? So if those kind of things, right, if you have gone through that, which obviously she had the opportunity, not everyone will have that opportunity, but obviously that gives a confidence about the product, right? Because a lot of us, while kind of gaining this business, or obviously due to Amway, sometimes listen, and most of us might have listened the entire journey about the negative way of in which Amway used to sell it, right? But once you have the confidence about the product, once you know about the history of the company with which you were representing, right, it kind of deletes all those kinds of negative thoughts or negative talk which you listen from people outside, right? So that's another thing which I kind of picked up, right? And obviously, means shed your inhibition, right? Introvert, extrovert is just some terms which we use, right, to kind of quickly kind of align ourselves to one kind of a genre of public, right? Because nobody is an introvert and extrovert. Means I have seen in my MBA colleges also some of the most introvert teachers being the best best teachers, right? Introvert who are in nature in outside, if you can't even think that he might have that kind of personality, but when they are put into a situation, they turn themselves into a different person itself, right? So kind of you have to shed our innovations and use, because now once I am getting into business, we have so much of the problem is not of knowledge, it's of excess of knowledge, right? To kind of how to use that knowledge, filter it, and use internet in the way of Facebook and everything, and be consistent on it, right? One of the things which I kind of also, apart from Nijara, I also read, went through the audio of Shivram, right? It is one thing which, because he's a very dynamic speaker, I've also gone through a session of his in person when he came in Mumbai, right, in April, right? So I was there in person as well. One of the things which he kind of mentioned, right, which you always have to be persistent, right? This opportunity has lots to give, right? That's what I picked. Obviously, I'm at a very new stage, at a very nascent stage. Obviously, for me, it is all big fancy things which I'm seeing, but that those are the things which is driving me, right? So be persistent, because you never know. Means for him also, for a person, no one will believe that a person of that level, right, went through 17, 18, 19 rejections, right, before he converted his first convert, right? So those things you should always relate, that failures are part of, means the power of no, right? There's a book also which was mentioned, right? That's a book which I want to get a hand of, because that's something which you have to kind of know how to tackle it, right? Because if you kind of get accustomed to that factor, right, then you are kind of a person, you will be in a mold that you can kind of leverage yourself, your business, right, to a next level, right? When you don't get disheartened by no's, right? Because that's a pretty common thing which is going to happen. It's not like something is everybody's there ready to just accept it. If it was, we would have been a much bigger phenomena than the world has ever seen, right? It is not that straightforward, right? So that's something which we have to kind of learn. And obviously, any new IBOs which you get into your system, be empathetic towards them, right? Because they are coming into it with a lot of inhibitions, a lot of questions which you would have in mind. You are at a certain stage after having been going through the journey, and you have to be empathetic as well as patient with him, kind of be there through his entire journey, right? So those things at the start is very much essential for any new IBO to kind of get involved and get motivated to, right? And another thing was celebrate small victories, right? For anybody, like for Joe, for Nirjara, for Gitanjali, for everyone over here, right? Getting certain PVs is something which is they've gone past the stage, right? But for people like me, everything, right? Getting one client, right, which I'm trying to kind of getting one new person to whose life I can change, right? Healthy weight loss is a target right now, right? Which might be a very silly thing for most of you, right? But if you're getting a new IBO like me, you have to kind of show that same kind of excitement and be there with them in the entire journey, right? So these are the small things which I wanted to kind of just highlight, which I've learned. I'm sorry I've taken more time, but yeah, thank you. Thank you,
Awesome,
Joe.
Samir. Very nice. So again, first timer guys, let's all unmute and use emoticons, shout. Awesome. Again, I mean, I'll tell you, all of you are much comfortable at least speaking in public than I was when I got started. Right? My first talk was on toothpaste. It was physical, and I hardly talked for 3 minutes, even though I prepared for one whole week. And I remember that day, everyone coming to me and saying, "You did a good job." And that kept me in the business for many months. That one single sentence that someone told, right? So people, I mean, always it's a good idea to introduce yourself. Samir, you can just tell one liner of about yourself, and after that, Priyamada, you too. Your
Yeah,
background, some.
yeah. So I'm working Cognizant. I'm into pre-sales, build management. And I've been in Cognizant for the last 4 years. Before that, I was in HCL, and I'm a B school pass out from Manipal, right? And basically, I'm a chemical engineer, right? So kind of switch from one side of the scope to another scope, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great, Samir. Priyamada, quickly.
Hi, my name is Priyambada. I'm from Bihar, Patna. मैंने MBA किया है बैंगलोर यूनिवर्सिटी BIMS कॉलेज से HR in marketing, and I worked as HR, but I quit that job because of my daughter. I have to give some time to her. So now I'm working as a teacher. I'm teaching Hindi language to 3rd to 5th standard.
Awesome, awesome. Great. So, Priyamada, there is a third class student for Hindi. I can teach classes. I've been learning. I have to give credit to Pooja. Every time I talk to Pooja, I try to talk some part in Hindi. I hope I'm improving, Pooja. Great. So we have two very good speakers, first time speakers, and then we'll go to someone who is very, very experienced. Founders Platinum, Rohit and Mokshita. They are going to talk about a very, very important topic. And today I'm so happy to see a lot of you actually following what Mokshita is going to talk about, right? And hand it over to Mokshita. Very, very important topic. Please do listen, take notes, and apply it every single time. Over to you, Mokshita.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Good evening, everyone. And I must say, both Priyambada and Sameer, even though both of you spoke for the first time, it didn't appear to be. Even though it is on Zoom, but it was like, I mean, you are pros. It is amazing. Hats off. Welcome to the team. And okay, so I am Mokshida, and I have been an HR professional since 15 plus years, and I've been building this business passionately. I'm a mother to a 7-year-old, and like Priyambada, even I took a break in my career. I no longer work full time. I just consult because we live in nuclear families and we have to be available for our kids. So yeah, so my topic today is professional grooming, specifically focused towards our business, where we do a lot of interactions over Zoom or Google Meet calls, and our impression over these video calls speaks a lot, right? And this should be considered as if we are meeting somebody physically, one-on-one. Okay, because unless we give it that priority or that importance, we will not be able to present ourselves the best. Okay, so as a lot of you who have been attending these meetings might be able to see a difference, even I have been observing that the lighting at my home was not okay. So after doing some research, even I replaced uh, the light and got a new light specially for my workstation. So the lighting today is little too bright for me. But yeah, it's nice. It feels good. It feels, alive and lively, even though it is post 9 in the night, it doesn't feel so because the lighting is good. Okay, so let me just start up. It's a very small topic, but a very important one. It's like salt in our food. You need in the right proportion. If it's not there, it doesn't work. If it's too much, also, it doesn't work. Okay, so professional grooming for our meeting, we have to just remember one thing. The purpose is to create a positive first impression online. Okay, many a times when we are doing physical meets, even if the first impression is not so good, we have enough time to create, other impression or the second impression, which over smartly we can do it better than the first one. But online setup is very, very different. Either it's in or out. Okay. Now, there are a few things that we need to remember. We need to dress appropriately, and and camera lighting background should be good. Okay, so if you can see, all of our backgrounds are different backgrounds, right? Professional background should be such that it does not distract. The focus is on the speaker and on the audience, and we are not trying to locate things in the background, people moving behind our back, or things moving behind our back, or messy place all of us are attending the meetups from our homes, right? And a couple of us may have such setups, studying from PGs, or there's family get together, or things can happen in life. We live with our families. If we're attending it from bed also, the setup should be proper, using a bed table or stacking up pillows. I've also done all those things. I'm sure everybody here can relate to. And keeping a background which is, primarily best case scenario of all, so that nobody's moving behind. Somebody moving in front of you may raise your head, but then others are not getting distracted. So these are important. Dressing in formal attire, using solid colors so that clear, demarcation is there when we are speaking online. These things are important. For girls, hair is important. Most of us have long hair, so groomed hair, combed hair. If we are tying it up, it should be neatly tied. It should not be coming on face, ऐसे जैसे घर में रहते एक clutcher लगा के, feels comfortable but doesn't feel professional. And we need to understand we are all CEOs of our own business. Whether there is a person that is there in my team in this meet today or not, it doesn't matter. Being the CEO of our own business is about us in the business. And that image has to be every single day, every single time that we are in the business and doing the business, right? So doesn't matter if you have a team member here or not, or if I have a team member here or not, I still am the CEO of my business. It will start from one person only. The first person is going to be the CEO. And guess what? Every other person in the business is also a CEO. So there are employees, there are partners. Now imagine in a professional setup, you're sitting in a boardroom. How would you sit? I've attended board meetings. I've the last full-time profession or job that I was in, I was at a CXO level. So board meetings, investors, we all would be in the same room. How would you be there? So that is the level of the partners that we have in the business. They may not talk so much about investments and this and that, but they are our business partners. The sincerity that we have to give is of that level. Okay, so the dressing is important. Hair, nails, all of these are important. Collared t-shirts or shirts. Women in India can even wear, our ethnic attires. Sari is also beautiful. It looks good, but it should be decently worn, proper colors, and the makeup should be done accordingly. Okay, not too gaudy, as I said, like salt. Not too much. Just perfect. Okay. Now the lighting, as you can see how, it has to be camera, eye length pe hona chahiye. All of this we know. It's just that we do not focus on these things. We need to just understand our appearance speaks even before we open our mouth. How many of you agree to it? When we are in a Zoom meet or a Zoom call, even if it is at office level, if our manager is shabbily dressed, देख के लग रहा है अभी उठ के आके एक टी-शर्ट पहन के ऐसे बैठ गया है, right there the seriousness goes away and you'll be like, why am I so decked up? Next time say when we are in half pants, right? But here I don't think anybody's in half pants. At least I'm not. I dress up fully, like top to bottom. So yeah. Okay. Now there are certain etiquettes also that comes as part of Zoom meets. Joining early, testing audio, video. After joining, we generally do not test mic testing 1, 2, 3 आवाज आ रही है. We should be doing these earlier. And if we are repeatedly joining the meetings, we already know when it is happening, what is not happening. Muting when not speaking. This is very, very important because otherwise the speaker loses track and the seriousness of the topic and the speaker or the entire decorum is somewhere diluted. So we have to be very, very sure we are doing that. Avoiding multitasking. I understand we all work from homes and a lot of us are mothers. Sometimes it is difficult. Even I had to feed the last 2 spoons to my daughter because she can't still pick it up herself. That much is okay. But apart from that, not keeping any major engagement, especially when we already know that these are pre-scheduled meetings, and doing that, smiling, engaging with the speaker is again important. Certain checklists that we all can follow. You can read it. Hair, camera, lighting, background, stable internet. We have 2 internet, in fact, ek gaya to dusra backup hai. And these things we have all done when we started on Zoom because we faced these challenges and we learned ki, ek se nahi hoga, jitna zyada hai utna acha hai. Right? Water bottle nearby. We all have learned all of these things, guys. We were very, very pro and happy in physical meetups. When Zoom started, we didn't even know कि कैसे होगा ये business होगा भी कि नहीं Zoom पे. But here we are expanding in tooth and nail and building globally, right? So that's how it is, right? Now this is how it should be in a crux. What kind of dress, what do you exactly mean by grooming, right? Men and women. So we don't do cross-lining, we don't appreciate opposite genders, but since this is my topic, I would just like to take one person's name here. It's difficult to ignore Arjun nowadays, if you have observed. His grooming, his attire has gone to another level, right? Whether it is in these Zoom meetings, I also see him in physical meets. I go to Sam's place on Sundays, and it is at another level. So it's difficult to ignore it, and hence I'm appreciating, although it is not allowed, taking this liberty because I have this topic. So that you can see as your standard. Okay. And I learn it from the women around me. I see Miniti when I go, I see Priya, I see a couple of other girls. And when I am confused, I actually ask Miniti, who should I look up to? Right. I remember I was a very tomboyish girl. I had only 3-4 colors in my wardrobe, which were blue, black, gray, white. Okay. So this avatar was not imaginable. My husband, when he met me for the first time, it was a very different person. I had to ask Minati, किसके जैसा ड्रेसअप होना है, आप मुझे वो बता दो, मैं उसको देख के सीख लूंगी. So she actually used to give me names. She had given me names of Shubhra, she had given me names of Sonika, to look up to them, and Parimala. These 3 women, she told me, you look up to them and you try to duplicate it, and wo duplicate karte, now I have learned according to my body, my features, my color combinations, how does it work. Of course, we had grooming sessions as well from Amway, and that's the beauty of this business. You get such sessions and you learn these etiquettes which nowhere else you will learn. Okay, so ultimate, you have to remember that professional grooming it isn't about looking perfect. It's about showing respect for ourselves, for our partners, and the meetings that we are in. I hope this is all clear, and I hope this is a very simple topic. Nobody has any questions, but if you have, you can please reach out to your, working uplines and get it clarified. That's all from my end. Thank you.
Some Moksha. Wonderful topic, important topic. Uh, Reason is that, especially when we are in a call like this, right, we have a responsibility not only to our team members, we have a responsibility to other people who has been invited to these meetings as well, right? And whatever standards that we set is what they will follow. And same thing at the Reshape Nation level as well. And the open meetings, we usually wear a suit as well, guys. Right? So let's keep this in mind. Thanks a lot, Mokshita, for explaining it beautifully. A couple of things. I hope everyone knows that audios, as Samir said, we have a wonderful channel called JP Co-Run channel. So when you're listening to audios, make it a point to put it there. The audio that you're listening to, the book that you're reading, this will help someone else pick up that audio, pick up that book. Right? Let's educate ourselves, learn ourselves, and let's encourage others to do it. Let's do pull marketing in when it comes to learning as well. Right? We have some new people on this call. You might have observed that we work as a very close team. Yeah, it is a serious meeting, but we have fun here as well. So we want to know more about you as well. If you have joined here for the first time, a couple of things: your name, your profession, and one thing that you like till now about being in this session. Let's make it quick. First timers, please unmute. You want me to call out?
Yeah.
Mrinal, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll just go. Yeah, hi everyone. This is Mrinal. I'm from Bangalore. So mainly into IT. Again, a solution architect, working from last 14 and a half years. So I met Sajanji. I'm from Sajan's team. It's just been a week time, so I've been going through a lot of videos, very inspiring. And Joe and Priya, I have seen your video for 1 hour, I think, right? Very inspiring. Every minutes, every seconds that I have learned from you, it's very inspiring. And finally, I'm grateful to Arjun sir, Arjunji. So Arjunji actually called me and. We had a greater discussion about this program, and this is related to health. And I had a lot of examples. I had faced a lot of challenges during the COVID time, I was also talking about some of them with Sajanji just before coming into this call. I had a 1 hour of discussion with Sajanji. We started with health and then we moved to something else. It's all about connecting each other, right? So when it comes to health, I become a role model for myself, right? Because it's your health, you have to be the role model, right? So I can connect all of this together, and I find this journey could be very interesting for me. So I'm looking forward working with you, and I find all of these team members, everybody is so wonderful, so wonderful. Thank you so much.
Welcome to the team, Minal. Welcome. Keep coming back.
Yeah.
Madhuri, you're also new, first timer? Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. I am Madhuri from, basically I'm from Jharkhand. And now I'm living in Bangalore from past 10 years. Actually, I am very new to this. I am a homemaker. आई एम वेरी न्यू टू दिस. मैं बहुत कुछ सीख रही हूँ. अभी मैं प्रियंवदा की टीम से हूँ. मुझे प्रियंवदा ने ही बहुत ज्यादा इंस्पायर किया. मैंने उसकी जर्नी सुना, उसके बारे में उसको देखा बिल्कुल ट्रांसफॉर्म होते हुए. तो मैंने भी पूछा कि तुम इतनी कम टाइम में इतनी जल्दी ऐसे कैसे वेट लूज किया. तो उसने मुझे बताया, तो फिर मैंने ज्वाइन किया. मैं बहुत नई हूँ इन सब चीजों के लिए, बट मैं बहुत एक्साइटेड हूँ बहुत नई चीजों को सीखने के लिए. थैंक यू.
So, Madhuri, welcome to the team. Very nice.
थैंक यू.
For ladies, before I forget, this coming Saturday, there is a special session for ladies at 9 p.m. Do connect 8:30, 8:30 p.m. It's going to be very exciting. Make sure you get the link from Priyamvada and attend that session. This is exclusively for ladies. It's a beautiful business. The team understands that ladies, they have a separate challenges when it comes to life. So they'll be discussing that, and the speakers will all be ladies, the listeners will all be ladies. But obviously, if you as guys wants to listen in, you can also always be with your wife and listen, because there's a lot of learning in those sessions as well. And we all deal with ladies, right? As our clients as well as spouses, it helps. It helps to know about them. Great. Anyone else who has joined for the very first time? Okay, great. The next topic is by Arjun. Everyone has been talking very highly about Arjun, right? And he is on fire, absolutely on fire. You can see that. I mean, see, this business is so transparent, it's so obvious who is growing, who is doing the activities, and that excitement is there in Arjun. I'm in most of Arjun's group, and I really am amazed by his energy and the amount of sessions that he's doing with his team, connecting with them individually, one by one. Right. And I'm in close touch with Arjun. And one of the things that we had given a small feedback to Arjun. And the great thing is that from the next consultation, he started picking it up. Right. And he was very happy about it. So I thought, let him share it with everyone. So over to you, Arjun. We'll talk about how to close a deal right in that consultation call itself. Over to you, Arjun.
Thank you so much, Joe. And thank you so much, everyone, for such a warm welcome and giving such a words of appreciation that really makes anybody's days. Anybody's day. For example, anybody's down, but just one good appreciation comes from anywhere that starts pumping the oxygen in you. So that I think that's a human need for everyone. So make sure all of us appreciates the people around us. We take people around us granted, especially our family members and close one. Make sure we appreciate our family members, because we all are doing this business. This is back-end support. Somewhere support is there. We are able to do this. Okay, so thank you so much for that. Yeah. So now what happened was, I tell you a story that whenever I'm doing a consultation, so my focus was building the relationships and doing everything. Then I used to do the closure after a gap of maybe 15-20 minutes. Okay, now you will get an OT verification code, and then we will get another Zoom call. And I will give you the explanation of all the nutrition. So there's a gap. I used to do 2 calls. And I was doing okay types. I was doing fine. But then Joe told me, why don't you close the same call only? Why you want to finish the consultation, then do the ID generation, and then you do the closing second call? Because the chances of, because it's like fraction of seconds that customer can change his mind. Okay, so if it's a one flow, that's a good way to start the conversation and close the conversation only there itself. And I joined a live call with Priya. So, and I saw how easily and how effortlessly Priya was doing it. And I say, wow, man, this is so easy. So, for example, when customer was saying, ki, okay, I need to bring my credit card. So Priya said, okay, I'm waiting. Then customer doesn't have any choice. Okay, she's waiting. I have to go and get it. So she's calmly said, yeah, I'm waiting. You can bring the credit card. And I said, oh, okay, अब तो लाना ही पड़ेगा. He also thought for 5 seconds कि नहीं अब तो लाना ही पड़ेगा. वो उठ के क्या लेकर आया. I really like that the calm way of telling, yeah, you can go ahead and bring the credit card. I'm waiting. So I really like that closure. So I say, okay. So immediately after that Priya's call, I had another consultation. So just to show you guys, like for example, we send the health assessment form. Okay, all of us send the health assessment form, and if you can see my screen, so we have lots of entries, and these entries are already there in my form. Only thing I was not using them. So for example, name is the email address is already there, phone number is already there, and I used to take this your current address with a PIN code. Everything used to be there in my whole form. So I said, Joe also said, you already have the data. Why don't you create the ID there itself in the call only? Yeah. So why not? So during the consultation, so first 10 minutes is always about building the connection. It's not about the closing the scale. That will happen as a byproduct. But first 10 minutes is all about building the connection with the person, the background, the family, and it should come naturally. With practice, it happens. So then you start explaining the weight loss program. Then you start explaining about the need of nutrition. Then everything goes fine. Then I say, okay, so then I see, and then I start getting I open the mway.in parallelly. And I'm creating the name, email ID, and all that stuff. I'm doing it because I already have the data in my health assessment form. Then I tell, okay, now you will get a verification code. Can you please give me the verification code now on the same call? And the customer is giving me the code there only. Then I used to card the nutrition, and parallelly I'm building some more conversation also. So if you have kids, which class they going through. So asking some more questions and parallelly doing this nutrition carting and all that stuff. So on my screen, it's a different window. So, okay, I'm looking at the nutrition and talking to the customer also. So I've been doing this for the last 5-7 consultations, and I've been able to close it on the call only. So because what I found is that customer cannot take decision because they don't have the information. The only thing is that there's a fear to say yes. Okay, so if we do in a flow, and if we decide for the customer, it becomes easy for him to follow. So there's a book known as Art of Persuasion. If you can study that book, that's a wonderful book, The Art of Persuasion. Sometimes we feel that if we pursue any other person, or if we do a little bit of forcing, that other person may feel bad. But no, this program is always a blessings. Only thing that because of fear, they're not able to decide. Same call only, you card the nutrition, and then I'm asking now, after carting that, so what do you prefer? And I tell, mostly people do use UPI, but do you use credit card also? Same call, I'm asking this question. Are you using UPI or credit card? Some people say credit cards, and some people say UPI, whatever. Okay, sure. So I say now, if you're using credit card, yeah, please get your credit card. Credit card is coming, same like Priya, taking the number, giving the OTP, and closing the deal there only. And so far, it's been going very well. And if it's the UPI and getting the UPI ID from them, you will get the payment gateway and all. You can make the payment. So if all of us can start doing it, the chances of not closing the deal will decrease. Okay, that will, because customer, if you're breaking it in multiple calls, customer is getting more time, and because the customer doesn't have the information about anything, mostly if he will ask for his family members and all that, some people say, don't, okay, you can wait, or we can decide later. Something can happen in those calls, and customers say, okay, I will start later. So it's always good to close the deal on the consultation call only. Okay. So just want to ask, because we already have lots of consultants here. How many of consultants are closing the deals on the same call? Just raise a hand. How many consultants here are closing the deals on the same call only? Okay, Anuradha is doing it. Joe Priya is doing it. Okay, Rohit Moshta Nirjara, good. Sure. ठीक है. So जो नहीं कर रहे हैं, शुरू कर दीजिए. Okay, it's just a matter of practice only. Same call पे you already have the data, phone number आपके पास है, email address आपके पास है, address आपके पास है. अगर address नहीं भी है complete, during the call only, can you please give me the complete shipping address? तब तक इतना अच्छा connection build हो गया होता है. Mostly customer give. I have asked the address during the call only. Shipping address उसके भेजा मेरे को immediately. ID, login, nutrition card, and credit card or UPI, and that helps in the closure. So new people, this is a particular sales technique. So all of us get equipped with these skills, because I also studied somewhere sales are the best technique if anybody can learn. For example, my daughter doesn't want to eat bhindi. So to convince her, I'm selling bhindi to her. If you see, bhindi is there. So I have to sell bhindi to her to eat, if you can understand this mindset. So it's not that sales are bad. We are selling throughout the day to different people, if you can understand this. Okay, so sales ऐसा नहीं है कि बेचना ही है, हम बेच ही रहे हैं already. Okay, so if anybody has any question, you can ask. Otherwise, get back to our diamond host, Joe and Priya.
Awesome, Arjun. Awesome. Right. So we have got tremendous results with this. See, the problem is, as Arjun rightly said, a lot of people, they struggle to take decisions in life. And that is one of the reasons why they don't, what do you call it? They're overweight in the first place, right? It's not like they don't know what to do. The starting trouble is only making them stop from going to the gym. The starting trouble only stopping them to start a diet, etc. Yeah, so Arvind, yeah, you're absolutely right. We do a little bit, right? I mean, not saying, see, I'll tell you, yesterday I did a consultation. One more thing is always have the decision maker or spouse in the call. So yesterday when I did this consultation, I had requested that the spouse be on the call. The spouse was supposed to join, but unfortunately, the consultation was for the husband. The wife could not join. I did all the consultation. He's more than willing to start. He's very excited, but he wants to check with his wife. So I told him, I took him to the last page, carted the products, asked him for the UPI ID, and that's when he said, wife, I want to discuss with wife. Nothing we can do. So I did not push after that. Right. So the whole idea is sales is always about asking for the money. Right? There's no sales happening without asking for money. So the whole idea is ask for the money. Because when you ask for the money is when the actual concern comes out, the actual problem comes out, and you want to answer that question. So in this case, he said, I want to discuss with my wife. That is the actual issue. So I told him what to tell the wife, because he won't be able to explain the program. Right? We are experts. We think it's so easy to explain this program. But for someone who has heard this consultation call just now, chances are that he or she will not be able to explain this. And the way, if at all they try to, it will be like this. They told me to follow a diet. They told me to do stress management. They told me to do exercise. And they told me to buy 22K worth of supplements to lose weight. And anyone, if even I heard this, my answer would be no. We are not going to buy supplements to lose weight. Right? This is how a person who's heard it for the first time will explain. So I explained to him, no, please tell that you are going to eat a high protein diet, absolutely no sugar, stress management, exercise, and supplements is just to make sure that you won't have any nutritional deficiency. Please explain it like this. If I had not asked for the money, he would have said, let me think about it. And what will he go and tell his wife? Exactly what I said first. And he would have missed out on the program. Right? So that is the purpose of doing this. Sometimes the closure does not happen immediately. That's absolutely fine. But at least you will get to know what is his question and you might be able to answer it correctly. Okay. Great. Now, the last thing, I've just sent 2 flyers on the chat. Please check it out. These are 2 things that we are planning to do in this 2 weeks. This coming Saturday, just before the ladies meet, we'll have a connect with executive coach. We used to do this earlier. It's a good chance for you to invite your clients where we will explain the program to them. Many of them are doing the weight loss program, but still they don't know what is the science behind it. Why am I using supplements, etc. Some of them might have taken a small break. You want to get them to restart, right? All this, as an executive coach, you can edify me, and I can help you. And a little bit of DTM, explaining to them there is an opportunity also behind this, right? At a very high level. Okay, obviously we won't show the plan, and not at a very, very high level. Our mission, obesity free India, that would be discussed. So start sharing this to all your clients and try to get maximum people to join the executive coach session happening this Saturday. Clients, okay, only for clients. I hope it is clear. The second part is next Saturday, 9 p.m. We'll do a webinar. This is on weight loss. Right? This is for your yellow leads. And this is something you can put everywhere, right? On WhatsApp groups, everywhere you can put. And this will help you in generating leads so that people can join that session at a high level. We'll explain the program. And obviously, if they're interested, we'll tell them to contact back the person who's invited them for a detailed consultation. So these are two things that we are planning in the coming 2 weeks. Just make sure you promote it big time. Okay. Put it on your WhatsApp status. We are doing it well in advance, especially the webinar, so that you can continuously share it on all your platforms. Ask your friends, relatives, etc. to share it as well, so that you can get more and more. I hope everyone knows that we have a session every morning, 10:30 a.m. This is for people who are not working. Priya does that sessions, and the idea is to build team. We'll be talking about how team building happens, how to use LinkedIn, connect to people. We have the similar session happening at 10 p.m. For people who are working. Right? By 10 p.m. usually you're done with all your work. So do join. Today also we'll have a quick call at 10 p.m. And coming Saturdays, once you get all these numbers, right, doing LinkedIn, otherwise you know people, especially new people, right? You know a lot of people who might be interested to build a business. Just create a list of people. You don't contact them right now. We will teach you how to do that. So this Saturday at 5 p.m., we'll have something known as a phone team, where I will make those calls on your behalf. You can listen on to those calls, see how people respond, how I answer those questions. We'll just do it for 1 hour, back 5 to 6, depending on the numbers that we get. 5 to 6 p.m., we'll have a quick call, and we'll invite them to the Sunday 9 p.m. opportunity session. This Sunday 9 p.m., we have our own Nirjara who is going to show the plan. So that's a very good opportunity for all of us. Promote it to get maximum people in front of Nirjara, right? So Saturday 5 p.m., I'll send out the link. And now without broadcast, many of you might be struggling to get these links. Please be a little more active on Telegram. Telegram is the best way to communicate right now. Unfortunately, WhatsApp has made all broadcast paid now. The other option is to create communities. But even in communities, you'll have to check the announcements. Sending individual messages in all the groups becomes very difficult, especially when you have huge teams. So everyone, please make sure you're part of a community and do check the messages in the announcements as well, not the individual messages that comes in the groups, right? Last thing I wanted to tell, see, this business is a blessing. Obviously, for me and Priya, this is a beautiful blessing. And I hope most of you realize it's a blessing in our lives. And I always thank Sam and Minati for sharing this opportunity with us, being a blessing in our life. It's a win-win situation, right? They are enjoying their, I don't know how many people are seeing the videos. They are in Belgium. Not Belgium, sorry, Netherlands, right? They are in Netherlands, Amsterdam, through this opportunity. Right? It's so exciting, so exciting. I remember taking them to the airport multiple times in Bangalore when they were traveling for the leadership seminars, hoping and praying one day we will be able to travel. Right? Today, we traveled with them for those journeys. Last year, it was in Turkey, the year before in Kochi, the year before that in Phuket, Turkey, right? Now, there will be a time when we will go diamonds and we will travel with them for the diamond invitation trip as well. And similarly, all of you, right? Each one of you, I'll repeat this, each one of you is a blessing in our life. We have had so many people in joining us through this journey, so many. And we are grateful to each one of them. Whether they are in this business today or not, they have played a significant role in our lives. Right? I don't want to take names. I might miss some names, but still, right? Every single one of you is a true blessing in our life. And I'm sure there is a wonderful future ahead for all of you. Only thing that you need to do is to trust yourself. You don't have to worry about Reshape Nation, Amway, and all. They are solid, but you have to trust yourself that you will stay throughout this journey. Keep improving, right? I keep repeating this. The person who joined this business, the Joe who joined this business, who struggled to talk about a toothpaste, would have never succeeded in this opportunity. I had to change, but that change was beautiful. Me and Priya, many of you know, right? We have spoken in front of 10,000 people after that physically, but all because of the growth that we got through this opportunity, right? And all this is out there for you also. We want it to happen for you. The best trip that we had was when we had Arun Divya, Rohit Mokshada, Vinyasa. We all went together for a trip. That was the best trip that we had. And I'm sure the best is going to come. We'll have Nirjara joining us soon, then Geetanjali, Mokshada will be back, Pooja, everyone, every single one of you, Hashim. And that's going to be exciting. So again, want to thank each one of you for being in our team and give these blessings to others as well. There are so many out there who are struggling, right? I mean, struggling not in terms of money, struggling in terms of adding value to someone else's life, struggling in terms of not knowing what life holds for them. It's not money, guys. Money can be made. There are so many ways to make money. But knowing every single day, sleeping every night with that feeling in your mind that you're doing something good, pushing yourself. We read about that book, right? Law of Rubber Band. Arjun explained beautifully in the last book club. Stretching yourself. It's a beautiful experience, and stretching others also. I am known for that. I will push you guys as well. Right? To the extent that I hope I don't break you, but to the extent that I want you guys to succeed as well. Right? Thanks, everyone. Again, it was a wonderful connecting with all of you. And in 5 minutes, whoever is ready will connect again for the LinkedIn. Thanks, everyone. Good night.